One historic monument here in Flagstaff is under construction.
And with Winter Olympics in our near future, NAZ Today took a look at some of the sports.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Brooke Cowell.
And I'm Virginia Beamer. Thanks for joining us. 4 couples are hoping to make a change in Arizona laws regarding same-sex marriage. Yesterday in Phoenix, the couples filed a lawsuit seeking to legalize same-sex marriage, claiming that the voter-approved ban currently in place is unconstitutional. This suit names Governor Jan Brewer along with Attorney General Tom Horne as 2 of the defendants in the case.
A crackdown in the White Mountains leaves multiple corner stores with criminal violations. 3 of the 6 retailers checked near Holbrook are busted for failing to card for alcohol and for selling to minors. One of the businesses even sold to a minor twice in 1 hour after checking their ID, which showed they were underage. A total of 4 liquor violations were cited. The NAU Police Department is searching for 2 people in connection with a recent theft on the Flagstaff Mountain campus.
The unknown man and woman were seen on camera at the Liberal Arts Building on the NAU's North Campus. NAU PD are asking for community assistance in identifying both individuals. If you have any information, please call the Silent Witness Hotline at 928-774-6111.
The NAU Police Department is searching for 2 people in connection with the recent theft on the Flagstaff Mountain campus. I'm so sorry.
It's been used more than 1 million people in Flagstaff for many years, and now it's closing for renovations.
Lowell Observatory's Clark telescope has been in continuous use in the Flagstaff community for 117 years. Serving its role as a tool for both education and research, the telescope will soon be leaving its dome-shaped home for a little R&R.
The telescope is about to go through some pretty big changes. NAZ Today's reporter Sierra Ferguson went out to Lowell Observatory and is in the studio now. Sierra, what can you tell us about the renovations?
Well, this morning I met with Ralph Nye, the telescope guy, as he is fondly known at our very own Lowell Observatory, and he's been entrusted with the repair of Lowell's most famous and one of its most beloved telescopes.
The dome that houses the Clark telescope, one of Percival Lowell and the Lowell Observatory's oldest fixtures, can be seen from a great many places in Flagstaff. But in the near future, cranes will mark the horizon beside the telescope, because at the moment, it is out of commission.
It's been here since 1896, and it's old enough to need a rebuild.
This is Ralph Nye, a 30-year veteran of Lowell Observatory, and the man entrusted with the telescope's repair.
It's just a pleasure to work on something like this, and this telescope has never really been taken apart. I've kind of kept it working all these years that I've been here, but there's nothing like taking it apart and redoing all the parts and putting fresh grease and fixing all the little problems that it has and putting it back together with a new paint job. So it'll look very nice after we get done and work probably a lot better than it has before.
Nye told us that when we look at the stars, we are looking into the past through centuries of history, and the antique Clark telescope, which sits 25 feet off the ground, is a piece of history in and of itself.
It was used for the Apollo moon mapping program. Lately, it's solely been used for public viewing, and there's not too many places around that you can look through an old antique refractor.
Because the Clark has become a kind of community telescope, Nye is moving quickly but carefully to make sure it's open to the public as soon as possible. However, the repair should take about 1 year to complete.
We have to take the telescope completely apart, and because it's so high up off the ground, it's hard to work on. You think of how did those guys do it in 1896?
With 21 telescopes of his own, Nye is an astronomer in his own right, but he continues to labor happily by day to repair the telescope that he has maintained for a number of years.
Astronomy is my hobby, so they're paying me to work on my hobby. So everybody should have a job like that, I think.
This repair will ensure that future generations can look through history and into the past for many years to come. For NAZ Today, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
Group Shivani.
Coming up on NAZ Today, strap on your skates as we make our way to the J. Lively Activity Center.
The holiday season has come to a close, and you may be looking for a new and exciting way to shimmy off a few extra pounds this new year. NAU Communications student Rebecca Harrison met with some local belly dancers who were happy to share the reasons why they are passionate about their craft.
Group Shivani teaches belly dancing in the Flagstaff area. Sherry Hammond, aka Crimson, leads a class of many in this tribal dance form.
We are a tribal improvisational belly dance group.
If you need to come up onto your toes, come onto your toes.
Belly dancing is considered to be the oldest form of dance, only appearing worldwide during the 20th century. Today, belly dancing serves as a sisterhood that builds self-confidence.
I've never really been a dancer ever, and so it was a little scary to first come, but it's amazing how much confidence it's given me. It's really great. This dance helps with self-body image, it helps with self-confidence, it helps build sisterhood.
But belly dancing isn't only for women.
I wanted to get into some sort of performance where I can channel my masculinity, and this was an easy outlet.
And I truly believe that this dance is in every woman's bloodline, and so it just, after my first class, I just fell in love, and it was like this ancient memory that just exploded out of me. This belly dance is designed for the female body and the masculine body. It's in our blood, it's in our soul, and it is so good for us.
With Winter Olympics around the corner, the season and the sports are on the minds of many. We went to J. Lively Activity Center to see what winter sports Arizonans enjoy.
Although we don't have anyone competing in the Winter Olympics from Northern Arizona, we still wanted to see what sports some Arizonans are looking most forward to and why they love it. Division II hockey player Dylan Butenoff explains why hockey is always in his heart.
You play hockey, you don't give it up, so it'll be with you forever. You'll play forever. Everybody's got to start somewhere, and even all of us, had to learn to skate, learn to stop, learn to all the basics of hockey. But once you pick those up, it's all exciting.
But hockey isn't the only sport people are looking forward to. Figure skating is becoming a hot commodity as well.
It's the combination of the artistry, because you skate to music, but it's a sport, so it's very athletic. So it's very unique that way, that it combines the kind of athletics you say you have with gymnastics, with the artistry you have with dance.
It takes a lot to become an Olympian, but if you're interested in getting some time on the ice, J. Lively has open skate sessions throughout the week.
It's just a lot of fun.
For NAZ Today, I'm Ryan Maderick.
For more information on open skate hours and how to sign up for lessons, call 928-213-2340.
And cloudy skies this morning outside. Meteorologist Lee Bourne will let us know if gloomy skies are in our future. Coming up.
I was an ordinary guy, but I switched to Suddenlink's new internet, and now I can't stop being awesome, because it's the fastest in town. Downloads, uploads, any kind of load, everything just flows at speeds 13 times faster than phone company DSL. Even when the whole family is online, there's no buffering. With DSL, we were suffering. Yep, anything the phone company can do, I can do faster. Now that I have the next big thing from Suddenlink. Now that I have a house full of easy.
All right, temperatures warming up today, and I guess one of those days where you could brag about our nice weather, even here in Flagstaff, 50 degrees, although it's getting a little old here, going into the third week of really no weather action for us in Flagstaff. Temperatures well above average for this time of year, and I'm sure you've heard about all the cold temperatures impacting a good portion of the country. Here's a look at today's highs, very mild through the southwest all the way into the west coast. Then there's this colder air from the Pacific Northwest into the Intermountain West, and the coldest air, obviously, up in the very northern Great Lakes, negative digits. We even have single digits into much of the Great Lakes, and 30s and 40s spilling all the way down into the southeast. And these are some of the coldest high temperatures the southeast has seen in several years. And wind chills today up along the Great Lakes are in the negative 15, negative 20 range. Very, very cold there. And I'm sure you've heard maybe the polar vortex everybody's talking about on TV. And really that's just a fancy pants term for some Arctic air that's plunging down out of the Arctic region and impacting the eastern portion of the United States, while it's much more mild out west. And it's all been due to a very high amplitude type of weather pattern. High amplitude ridge of high pressure and a very high amplitude trough off to the east, and all that cold air moving in. We are starting to see that high amplitude ridge start to break down. If we take a look at it on the national satellite, you can see some very weak disturbances moving into the Intermountain West, some very light snow throughout the Rockies, some high clouds moving in for us. That's because high pressure is now subsiding. It's not that huge high amplitude high pressure. It's starting to break down for the time being, and it's actually moved down off of Baja California, allowing some Pacific energy in over the top of it, although nothing is very organized. Some very light snow in store for the Rocky Mountains over the next couple days. This storm system up in the Gulf of Alaska is going to move through Arizona in a very weakened state on Thursday. A little bit cooler, cloudy. We may see some light flurries late Thursday into Friday, some light sprinkles of rain. We're not looking for any type of snow accumulation or any significant moisture whatsoever. And then we're right back to very big high pressure. Overnight tonight, mostly clear, 14 degrees. And for us tomorrow, it'll be a mostly sunny day with another day of mild temperatures, 48 degrees. Then we have that little weak storm I mentioned on Thursday. It'll cool things down a little bit into the end of the week. Then big high pressure builds in for the weekend. Here's a look at the temperatures for tomorrow across state. 63 Sedona, 57 in Payson. And the extended forecast for us here, got that little bit of snow on Thursday, maybe flurries, big deal. I mean, we really could use some decent moisture. Temperatures do rebound by the weekend. And for you down in Sedona, I'm not putting any moisture in the forecast, just some cloudy skies, a little bit cooler Thursday, Friday, back into the 60s by the weekend. So it has been a long dry spell here. We could really use some moisture, but it's not in the cards right now.
Well, I'm actually kind of glad it's going to stay warm.
I think a lot of people are enjoying the mild winter.
But you said snow on when? Thursday?
Yeah, but very light, insignificant snow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, still snow. Still something.
If it happens at all. It's not looking like anything to write home about.
Very true. All right. Well, if we can have you take a look at what we have coming up. Gadgets like those at the CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, are the reason it exists. Kicking off in Las Vegas this week, it's one of the year's biggest showcases for just about anything electronic. Visitors get a chance to see everything from gadget prototypes, which may never make it to store shelves, to newest models of some household must-haves. Advances in fitness technology are definitely the talk of the show this year, with all kinds of different products, and some even that collect your workout stats and actually sync them straight to your smartphones.
It's getting crazy how, technologically advanced we're getting.
I know.
I can't keep up with it.
I'm kind of anti-gadget, so you're not going to find me at that one. I think gadgets just clutter our life.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.